Recording. So good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depending on when you happen to be watching this blab. Welcome to the Blab Arena. I'm Elaine Nieberding, and this is episode 6 of what I call Declutter Day. It was, about 6 weeks ago that I decided the way that I could keep my own decluttering projects moving forward was to get public with it. Like I would have to do something every week and have someone to account to and basically invite other people into the process, talking about this, and particularly for people who want to maybe go just a little bit deeper with simplifying their lives, decluttering things. Engaging in conversation could be a good thing, hopefully a motivating thing. So I am using, for those who are watching this for the first time, I am using the Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up by Marie Kondo as my guidepost and the method that I'm trying out to do this. And this is a little bit deeper and a little different for me than just doing my kind of usual seasonal cleanup. Throw out a couple things and respond to the call from the local organization that has a truck in my area picking up stuff. And I'm finding that it is actually helping change my habits. Today, I have with me a new friend that I've made on Blab, Sandy Centorino, who's the creator of the Say It Forward movement. And she and I are going to be talking about, just getting intentional about, the things that are important to us. And yes, Sandy, since this is Declutter Day, I'll be inviting you to explore for yourself, how you do your decluttering and whether there's any part of you that, kind of wants to go a little deeper in it. I have called this program today Deep Shift. And
so is it supposed to be like deep shit or no?
Yeah, well, of course it's a play on deep shit. But, when you add the F to it, we're aiming at making change for a greater sense of freedom and a greater sense of fulfillment. And when we find ourselves in the thoughts that's saying what's around us has us in deep shit, it takes a decision to say, okay, I want to shift the way I am looking at this and then responding to it. So, you know what? Let's invite the whole audience to, in the words of deepness, like just take a deep breath and let out a sigh to just get in touch with your own body, as well as the thoughts that you have about your clutter and all the stuff that's here in your life. So what are you thinking about this declutter stuff?
Are you looking in my room? You're not looking in this room that I'm sitting in, I hope.
Well, for what is showing, it looks like kind of organized and kind of colors you like. It's the one you're allowing us to see. Ha ha ha.
Good word, Elaine. Kind of. Yeah. I'm the type of person, I don't know if you in the audience can relate, but I'm the type of person, if I have company coming over, I clean the bathroom at the last minute and I shove everything into one room or one drawer. Just saying.
Yeah. Well, my usual habit, of tidying up is often related to, again, the seasonal stuff. When I'm having a party or I'm having family over for Thanksgiving, like they're coming again this year, yeah. I do tend to thin out, but then the old habit is a lot of stuff just goes into the dump room, or goes behind the closets, and it's kind of out of sight, out of mind. And I've been doing that for long enough that people think I'm neater than I am, but it kind of feels phony now. So now I don't want to just have the beauty kind of showing on the outside. I want to get into those hidden areas and, let go of the excess stuff and the stuff that I don't need. And I've decided, that this process could be fun as long as I allow myself to get into a state of neutral about what I've done rather than cycle through, the ego critical stuff, because if I do that, it's going to sabotage my progress. And so I have to get into this state of forgiveness. At any given point in time, I was working at my own best leading edge, but now I'm just ready to do something different. Yep. So therefore, I'm going to get, or I have been getting, intentional about it. And I was really thrilled to meet you and see that, you've got this cool little intention tracker.
Hey, look, the same one.
Oh, gee. You know what?
Yeah.
It's really a hashtag. You see, it's really a hashtag. And I printed them. I downloaded what you offered, and there's a little link here for others that want to find it.
I'll put it in again. I'll put it in.
I downloaded this one, and then because I'm not always generous with my color ink, I like to be selective on how I use it. I printed a whole bunch out, like for the next week on black and white.
Awesome.
And to make it fun, especially starting tomorrow, I'm going to start using just some colored pens when I write on here to make it fun. Yeah.
Oh, look.
But I put in the very center, like number 1, meaning it's day number 1 and I'm number 1.
Love that. That is awesome. Look at this. I just happen to have some colored pens.
There you go.
We like Elaine. So you said a couple of really interesting things. And Elaine, I think, mentioned earlier that we had a chat the other day in a new app called appear.in. Very cool thing to check out. I love giving tips. So we chatted for a while, and Elaine said something really important a couple of minutes ago. She said the word accountable. Shit, that's a powerful word. And so I don't want to make any like crazy jokes or anything, but it sort of is. So like Elaine is sort of coming out of the closet, right, per se. It's supposed to be a pun, right? Are you guys laughing? It was pretty funny.
Yes.
That's my fake laughter, just in case no one's laughing. So Elaine's coming out of the closet. She's coming out and she's being accountable. And so I know for me, not just with decluttering, but I was a Weight Watcher leader for 10 years. And of course, we all struggle with that weight, all that kind of stuff, right? But the way that it works with me when it comes to being accountable to anything, and specifically weight, when I had someone to kind of partner up with or buddy up with or tell, I'm on I don't like to use the word diet, but I'm watching what I eat. I'm watching how I exercise. It just became so much easier. So I think when Elaine said, I'm accountable, and damn it, you're accountable if you say it on Blab, because now we're on record and the whole world is hearing us. So I think by being accountable and saying, is number 1 saying, shit, I need help. I'm being accountable because I want you to come after me, Elaine, and say, in a week or two, how you doing, Sandra? Decluttering. Does your room behind you just look good? Because the whole room is a mess.
I have a question.
Yeah, sure.
Was anybody getting echo or a fuzzy sound? Because for a minute, it was really weird. By the way,
sure,
dear Sandra, I'm going to make you also a host.
Okay.
So if I have to go out and come back in to try to fix something, it'll work, and you won't be going away.
Sure.
All right, I'm now making you co-host.
Time and distortion. Okay, that's not
there
good.
You go.
Guys, could you hear anything I was saying?
It just got really. There was like a fuzzy sound.
okay now.
And that's okay. And it sounds like my echo has also gone away. So I don't know. I guess the little echo bugs just kind of fly in and fly out. And
yeah, go away.
Okay.
So yeah, so I love the whole accountable thing, Elaine. I think that's really what it comes down to. And I know with this intention tracker, we can talk about that in a minute, I guess. It sort of keeps you accountable. You know, you can hang it up, you can look at it, you can do it daily. And by being accountable, I think you're that much more closer to being successful and having things happen, having shit happen, right? Shift happen. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. My mama says that every day. Damn, that's a tough one to listen to.
So I'm stating this now. I'm going to try out using this intention tracker for the next week. And I'm going to do 2 of them. I'm going to do one, which is kind of general about everything. And I'm going to do one that's specifically related to my decluttering. Because, you know, the decluttering, the physical stuff of it is one thing. But what I'm really coming to understand is that the intentionality of doing the physical stuff is absolutely shifting my mindset, my sense of self-appreciation, the way I relate and experience my relationship with all my stuff. And it really is beginning to foster new habits. So I'm saying I'm going to try this tool for a week.
Cool.
I'm making my commitment. I'll see how it goes. And then I'll review and decide, is this a good tool? Is there a refinement on it that I want to use that'll make it fun for me?
Yeah. Feedback too.
And I think I'm going to put this, I'm deciding. I'm going to put this on a specific clipboard, you know, so it won't get lost, because I tend to have a lot of stuff and it sometimes gets lost.
Did you say clipboard?
Clipboard. I said clipboard. There we go.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do that. And now I guess I want to ask you how you actually use your own intention tracker.
Yes.
How long ago did you start using it, and how do you use it? Has it changed some?
Yeah, I definitely can tell you about that. So about probably 6 months ago, I had really gotten into, I guess a little bit of the spiritual, putting yourself out there, setting intentions kind of thing. And I'm very creative when it comes to Canva and designing things. If people don't know what Canva is, Stephanie, again, I think signed up for my free Canva course. She clicked on everything today. I was all excited. I'm like, yay. So Canva is just a design tool, and I love creating things. So I came up with this intention tracker idea because I wanted to be accountable to myself, right? And say, if I have these intentions and I set them every day, then things will just start to happen. And right around the same time, Elaine, and I shared this on my show the other day, I got a letter in the mail. I have it downstairs. I didn't bring it today, but you guys will just have to believe me. So I was at a conference about a year ago, at a women's conference. Hey, Mom, how are you? My mom joined in. So I was at a conference about a year ago, and they said, we're all going to write a letter to our future self, setting intentions. And I thought that was kind of cool. I don't remember what conference it was, where I was, but I got the letter in the mail several days ago. And it was after I had decided to put this intention tracker together and the whole thing and set my intentions, and things started happening. Things that I put down on this intention tracker just started falling into place. And so the funny thing was, after about 6 months using this intention tracker and setting, today I will be positive, I will feel motivated, I will do whatever, the six steps on there. I got this letter in the mail, and the letter was addressed to myself. And what it was these 6 intentions that I had set way back, like I said, a year ago. And one of the things on there was, by the end of 2015, my intention is to make videos and touch people worldwide. So let's back up. When I was writing it, was I believing it? Yes, but it was kind of my long shot. I don't remember what the other 5 were, but that was really kind of like the dream big one. But you have to with intentions. You have to put yourself out there and make them. So when I opened it, Elaine, I was like jumping up and down for joy. I was ecstatic because number 6 came true, and here I am sitting on Blab. So no, it wasn't the intention that I set, but it was damn close and even better because I said, I want to make the intention to touch lives through making YouTube videos. So again, you guys are familiar with YouTube. You put things on YouTube, Elaine. People see it. They might like it. They possibly might comment, but sometimes that's confusing on YouTube. But on Blab, almost 100 days now I've been here, inspiring people, sharing my gifts. So I would say by putting that intention on there and dreaming big, shift happened, shit happened, whatever you want to call it. I'm on Blab now, and that number 6 is coming to life, people. So it really is important. And, you know, every day I wake up and put something on this intention tracker. And again, it might not be the exact intention. And then again, all the other stuff that has to kick in, patience, you know, all the other things that come into play, because you might just set the intention, but there's no sprinkle dust, fairy dust rather, that sprinkles over the intentions that automatically makes them come true. We have to put work into it. And you know what? There will be adjustments along the way, but definitely it has helped. Here it is right here. And I put the link in. Elaine downloaded it. I've had over 100 downloads in a week of putting it up as a free download, and people coming back saying like they love it, you know, whatever. So I kind of shocked myself. I'm like, oh, maybe I'll put that tool out and people will like it because I like it. So yeah, I've been really happy with it. I've been sticking with it. And again, every day isn't the same. Some days are going to suck, but you know what? You have to start somewhere. And by setting intentions, that's the only way things are going to happen in my eyes.
So I want to weave the different portions of the intention tracker back to this idea of decluttering, which is, you know, the main focus of this topic and conversation. Sure. So for those that are feeling a nudge to look at how they experience relationship with their stuff and in their current home environment, whether they feel comfortable, whether they feel whether others feel uncomfortable with the way you manage your stuff. It occurs to me that there's an element of looking at this decluttering thing. It's not just about you, but it's also who else you share your space with. And is the way you're in relationship to your stuff kind to them for the things that they would like to do and explore? And I realize that some of the ways I creatively do projects, I have sprawl all over, but my habits could be better so that I'm really kinder with my use and sharing of space with my husband. Yep. And the holidays are coming up, so I'll be sharing the space with a lot more people, with family. And my son is coming home actually on Thursday from a work stint in Berlin, Germany. He's going to be with us in November and December. And so I have space to configure about that. But once again, back to the intention tracker. Today I will be
positive,
intentional about my decluttering. Today I will feel, and today I am feeling joyful and celebratory about what I accomplished in the last weekend, and I'll report that in just a moment. Cool. Today I will plan out what this week is going to be looking like in terms of the decluttering or removal, elements that I want to do, and also how I'm going to review the recondo method, because I'm following the general guidelines and impetus of this, but I'm not doing it exactly. I'm fine-tuning how I utilize this kind of according to the calling of my own heart, and also the way I relate to the other people in my family. Okay. Today I will appreciate. Okay, so what elements of appreciating our belongings, our sense of space come into this as we're decluttering? today I let go of. Okay, well, when it comes to decluttering, it could be the letting go is, today I'm going to do one of the major purge categories. You know, I started out with clothes, which is the usual way. And that was a good place to start. And now I've also gotten through books. And the other areas are a little more tricky and a little more difficult. But there's this area, let go of. And then the last box is attract. So I want to attract, I want to attract the companionship of decluttering support, you know, into my world with this show, so that we can nurture and support each other to, you know, to make the progress and keep the forward moving going. Marie Kondo's book, as I mentioned to you in our conversation this weekend, it suggests if you are going to do deep shift, get into deep shift with your stuff and reconfigure your home and environment so it's a place of beauty, it takes about 6 to 9 months. It's a series of stages.
Wow.
And so that's why I want to attract people in. Let me, before I open up the box for other people to join us, to laugh, to tell us what they're, to invite some questions. Oh yeah, we got a question box, so please do ask questions. But I want to ask you what you shared with me about your own lower level of your house. Because when we were on a peer in, you know, you were in your kitchen, and I'm looking at your kitchen saying, "Hey, man, it's sleek, it's cool, it's functional, it's beautiful," and maybe you got your shit together about, you know, lots of areas in your home.
My kitchen looks good on the surface, right? But when you open a drawer to look for a piece of Tupperware, the whole freaking drawer falls out. So yeah, it looks good on the surface because sometimes, you know, we think the clean countertops and the clean stove and everything. But when you open the fridge, now I'm letting it all out, right? I'm coming clean. When you open the fridge, there might be last week's meatballs, kind of green. No one wants to throw them out. There's 3 people that live here, and why am I the only one that needs to clean? And the floors might need decluttering, you know, dusty, that kind of thing. But, you know, the kitchen did look okay. You saw it. It does look okay. The basement, that's another story. I feel like the basement is sort of someone's giving me props because they must have shitty looking basements. Part of the basement's finished, right? My kids used to go down there when they were younger. There's a TV down there. There's the laundry room, you know, the whole thing. But there's this one room in the basement. I call it the dungeon. It's kind of scary, Elaine. I think people live in there, like spooks or something. But this room, the boiler's in there too, is very scary. In fact, my daughter, who doesn't live at home, came yesterday and she's like, "Oh, I'm just looking for yarn because I want to start knitting." And under my breath, I'm like, good freaking luck, because you're not going to find it in the basement. It's in the dungeon. So she started giving me shit, you know, like she's any neater than me. You don't know where anything is, la, la, la. I felt like saying, first of all, be quiet. You don't even live here. Take a hike. I'm only kidding. But no, she was giving me shit. So she went down there, and of course she finds it. She comes out, "Here's the knitting bin." And I'm like, oh, well, it was like winning the lottery. I guess you won. But, you know, we have this curbside thing that used to happen every year in Cheshire. It doesn't happen anymore. So my husband and I would be forced to clean and declutter like every year at a certain time. And then you get the things in the mail from like Brothers and Sisters and all these organizations that are looking for your shit or your stuff. And that sort of forces you. But that hasn't been happening. I don't remember those 2 things happening. That would probably set the light bulb off and motivate me. But my husband every once in a while will be like, "We really ought to go down and get that done." Because God forbid, if we ever moved, we'd really be in deep shift because we'd have to hire someone. It's that bad. It's probably a fire hazard. So maybe I will say to myself and put it out there that by January, I'll get to it. Usually he's off around Christmas time, so maybe it will be like our thing to do. There's got to be a reward, though, damn it, because that's not a fun job. So I'll probably ask for like a necklace or a, you know, a hot tub after I clean. No, I'm only kidding. But you got to give yourself a reward too. I find that when we set goals or intentions and they happen, it's always nice to toss ourselves a little reward. You know, even like with weight loss, when I used to say, when I lose my first 5 pounds, I'm going to go get like a manicure or something. I think the reward system is always fun. You feel gratified and you kind of feel motivated to do more. So,
yeah. Well, when I began this process, I had not yet found the Marie Kondo book. And after I found it, then I realized it was really much more just than about the physical stuff, that her particular process, if you were really willing to kind of do it that way, you know, mostly, and follow it, would help you come to the awarenesses really of why you got stuff. And her whole thing is, as you're sorting through items, like category by category, clothing, books, whatever, that you really only keep those things that spark joy. And then, you know, for all the things that don't, you simply let them go, but you kind of express your appreciation. You served a need, you know, in some way or the other at the time you came here. You provided a thrill, you know, you provided utility, but that's done. And so it's time to let it go. And I just find that I am really, like, for my clothing, I'm just appreciating much more each individual thing that I have left in my closet. And there's stuff to move around in and wiggle room. Yeah. So I want to bring up this idea of like kindness and respect. If we buy stuff and then we don't use it, and this is even like internet marketers, how many programs do you buy, things you collect on your, you know, in your file saying, oh, I need to learn about this too. Oh, I need to learn about this too. And the truth is, you don't have time to study all of it. So you need to be much more discerning, much more selective about what you bring in to learn, do, assimilate, and use. Yeah. So whether it's physical stuff, you know, get more conscious. Why am I buying this? Why am I bringing it? Do I have the time to utilize it and enjoy it? If I don't, you know, like, I should get real rather than be phony.
I like what you said, and I'm thinking the first thing that comes to mind, Elaine, I don't know if you were going there, but I was thinking, because I did a speech recently on Toastmasters, I was telling you about it. It was called Declutter, Be Happy. I can't sing, but you know the Bobby McFerrin, declutter, be happy. That's all you can. I can't sing, but I did a speech and I acted out this speech. And this was really all about, you know, not really the physical stuff like the clothes and all this shit in my basement, but my desk. And, you know, I'm an entrepreneur. I work out of my home. And what I just, I can't sing, Stephanie, though, but thanks. What I just thought when you were talking was, even all the download stuff and like the webinars that you get and all these things, and they're all on your desktop, right? I have a couple of computers in the house, and I cannot function if my desktop, is that what it's called? Yeah, on your laptop and your desktop is filled with icons, or if I have all these windows open, right? My daughter yells at, someone's liking it because they're probably like, holy crap, that's me. My daughter Allie walked by, Mom, you have like 19 windows open on your computer, like close them out. It's cluttered. So can I function in my workplace when my desk has piles of shit and stuff needs to be put away and filed, and my desktop is cluttered and I don't know where that file is or what I was doing next? No, the answer is no. So you know what? This speech was all about, I cannot be a successful entrepreneur every day and sell you things and fire and offer my gifts if I am cluttered in my workplace. And it starts right on my desk, I'm looking at the computer right now. I'm looking at my computer. I have to keep that in tip-top shape, and shit, that takes work. You know, if it's every day in front of the computer while I'm sitting, you know, having coffee and I'm watching TV, multitasking, then close the windows down, clear all those icons, find time to do it. And it's sort of like, I almost feel like I lose weight when I do it. Although I don't know, that would be kind of cool. Clear your desktop and lose 5 pounds. Shit, I'd be rich. So no, but when I do that, it's like losing weight, right? It's like, or buying a new dress. It's like, oh, that feels so good. Like, why don't I do that all the time? It's a habit. It's commitment. We have to just put it out there and say, you know, I'm not going to be able to function unless I get it done. So I think the desktop and the desk in general, like, I don't know what your desk looks like, Elaine, but mine is very organized now. And if you start your Monday off that way, your week gets that much better. Or maybe even like Sunday night, get all your shit in order, and then Monday you're ready for it. So,
well, I still tend to be messy as I create, because I'm, you know, so like my desk was clean this morning, and then I started organizing things and ideas for this program, and you know, I was bringing different things out. It's messy now. I have the things I need here for referring to during the program.
Yeah.
So it'll get cleaned up. Now, I must say, it's my bad habit to often, you know, run things as late as I can and then not clean up an area before I go on, if it's only my space.
Yeah.
And I could do that differently. For example, you know, I am different now since I started the Marie Kondo method with how I relate to my clothes. You know, at the end of the day, I am, you know, they're going in the laundry basket. They are getting hung up. I don't have this crap all over my bedroom. And I did completely reorganize my bathroom so that all my surfaces are clean. And now when I go in there, it's like I enjoy walking in there. I use my toothbrush and I put it away. I finish my shower and I hang up all my towels. And now when my husband comes in there, it's, you know, it's going to be a nicer space for him to use. So I'm very slowly just beginning to adopt new habits. And as I become more aware of the habits I'm creating, then I can let them spill into the other areas of my life. What I do want to celebrate is that, you know, I had a room in the lower level of my house. I called it my dump room. It used to be an office. It became the repository for, you know, whenever I was having a party or family coming over at Thanksgiving. It's like all the projects I'd be working on or clutter, I'd put stuff in crates and they would go down there. Well, it's now the repository for lots of financial files and all, it had been all kinds of stuff. And last weekend, I had the courage to get over my fear of, like, I can't go in there. I don't know where to begin. And I got through that in 5 hours over 2 days. I at least sorted out all the boxes and crates. Oh, this is all my Reiki stuff. This is all my laughter yoga stuff. These are all my books. These are all my things for X, Y, and Z projects. I sorted those out, and I was able to create a big space in the center of the room so that I could take my books down there and do my book purge.
Cool.
So I then did my book purge, and then I recognized it was going to be about my last opportunity to do any kind of yard sale or garage sale. So I held a garage sale yesterday.
Cool.
You know, I then did collect a bunch of other things from around my house, not in the Marie Kondo fashion, but I did sort through all my Christmas ornaments. You know, I had 30 years of Christmas ornaments and things, and for me to be willing to go in there and pare that down by about a third, that was a huge thing.
Well, someone asked you in the side, Stephanie wants to know, you can invite Stephanie and Monica, look like
yeah. I'm going to open this on up so others can come on in now.
Stephanie and Monica, get in here. Come on.
Anyway, I'm celebrating.
Happy. Yeah.
Because I got into my dump room, just like at some point in time, you might be ready to tackle your basement. You can have fun doing it. That's what I discovered. Once I got started,
Yeah.
I got over the fear of getting started. It went easier than I thought.
Awesome.
And it really helped fuel me forward for then getting rid of a bunch of other stuff. And so after I guess I made about $150 on the yard sale just with diddly shit little stuff.
Cool.
And I put out about 8 boxes of stuff for Vietnam Vets organization that came and picked that stuff up. So that was, so I'm celebrating that. I got a lot more to go. So who wants to come on in?
Stephanie and Monica said,
and I'm curious to know if others have looked at the Marie Kondo book or method at all. Sandy,
yeah.
You know, you said you were going to look at it. Did you explore it a little bit more since we talked?
A little bit with that article. Yeah, and I thought it looked pretty good. I'm going to definitely get it. I'm going to put it on my reading list. It's not the top of my reading list, but it definitely looked really interesting. My mother is in here. My mother likes to collect costume jewelry. Just saying. She has drawers. I'm letting the cat out of the bag now, Mom. She can't pop in because she doesn't have sound, but she's gonna come back at me and say, like, you don't have piles of stuff. But she has this thing for like buying more jewelry and more jewelry and more jewelry, and she's got like closets and drawers full. I just had to share that. I think it's pretty funny. But every time I go over, she shares stuff with me. She gives me stuff to take home. So that's actually the win-win for me.
Hey, hello, beautiful Monica. Nice to meet you here on Blab.
Hello,
so
ladies.
Do you have clutter issues or something on the inside that's saying,
no, I just wanted to look.
Let go of.
Look, you're so wonderful. I had to say hello.
Hello.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes,
we can.
Oh, you can. Okay, my kids are kind of going to sleep now, so I don't know how long I can talk, and I don't know how loud I can talk. I've moved, just because I don't want to switch the topic, right? So I moved recently, and I had to throw away so much stuff. It was magnificent.
It was good. It felt good.
It was really good, and I still didn't throw enough. And it's hard. But I'm trying to have a place for everything. That's like one thing that really helps, to have a place for everything. And you're so right about the desk and the programs and the desktop and.
Yeah. It's a craziness, right? It is.
Yeah. And the clothes, like I say, I gave all my sweaters. I had so many. I have nothing. I have nothing. The winter, I have nothing.
You overdid it. Well, I hope.
I had stuff. It was time for them to go. It's time to refresh.
I love what Stephanie's saying, and this is so true. A place for everything and everything in its place. Yeah. It's a magical concept. I'm still working on this. And Marie Kondo,
closets and shelves. Like you need to make space for.
What do you guys think, though? Do you guys think it's more of a female problem than a male? I'm just curious.
Well, we have more stuff, don't we? We have more stuff. And we're also more nostalgic. Like we have attachments,
Yeah.
Like I have this little outfit that my kids, it's like a card or something. And my daughter wore, she was 9 months, she's going to be 5 soon. Like what for my grandchildren, I'm saving this,
Yeah. I like how Elaine said, though, when things only stay with things that bring you joy and just get rid of all the rest. That's what it comes down.
Yeah. It's hard for me, the usefulness. Like I have some cardboards here because I also create stuff all the time. That if I'm going to throw them away the week after, I'm like, where are they? Where are they? The huge cardboards. That's everything that's like materials, materials.
Yeah.
Like, that's the hardest to throw away. The hardest.
So in Marie Kondo's method, she first of all suggests that we really do better if we start out our purges by category. So for example, you start out with your clothes, and she'll say, like, and not your kids' clothes, just your clothes.
Yeah.
Just start with you. And of course, if you're moving and you have a family, it's a different thing. But if you want to explore, the benefits of this process, if you start with clothes and you get like all of your clothes in one room and you put them on the floor, and then maybe you sort out by subcategory, and then through each category of your clothes, you're only keeping the things that spark joy and letting go of the other ones, acknowledging, saying thank you.
Is that the method, to take all your clothes and put them in one room?
Yeah. And she says, God, you get shocked.
Yeah,
because you really get aware of how much you have. Okay, so you might need a couple hours or a day, depending on how much stuff you have. And then she says, because you'll recognize, you have a couple boxes that are your summer things and they're in another place, or you have some stuff in a closet, or, maybe you don't have enough room in the closet in your bedroom for your stuff. So then you have some in this closet and some in another closet. And then you forget. And often we come to realize, we have multiples of things. And we don't need the multiples. We just don't need the multiples.
I gave
I'm laughing my ass off.
30 bags.
I'm laughing my ass off because my mother is in here. My mother's probably laughing her ass off. But she has so much stuff. Like, she just moved recently and she had to downsize. And I was like the person helping her, my brother and I. We were dumping stuff constantly, right? But she's the type, like, you can't just have one black purse, Mom, right? You have to have like 8 different shapes of the same type purse. Like, and then if you like something, you can't just have it in one color, but it's a really cool shirt, so I have to have it in 8 colors. Like, way too much stuff. Sorry, Mom, I had to just put that out there. But no, she got so many things.
So my friend Dave Morris here, he says, I have so much stuff in my house. When I lose something, I wish I could Google it. Google how to find it. Yeah.
Oh, God.
And Dave has I must be some historic, a very, very old house. I think it's from the 1500s.
Wow.
Amazing. I got to see that house sometime, Dave.
That's cool.
Tell me something.
Yes.
Does she say something about like relationships and stuff too? Is that under the declutter? Or like, all these groups, all that, like that kind of stuff.
First of all, she's talking about this as an individual process.
Yeah.
As you begin to shift the way you experience relationship with your belongings, you then begin to have a new relationships with your thoughts. Gee, if you have an environment that's free and flowing, then maybe as you sit in quietude, even you'll shift the way you experience a meditation practice or a reflection practice or journaling. You just bring new awareness about the kind of relationships you're having with everything. At least, that's what's happening for me. Of course, I've already been doing conscious stuff, where I am aware of my emotions and I'm aware of my thoughts and I'm aware of my writing and this and that. But as I change, as I'm willing to simplify my life because I want to experience more peace and more joy, this thinning out is helping. It's just helping a lot. So we have another open seat here, and for anyone that comes in, especially if you like to smile or deep breathe or laugh, because for anybody who is beginning a process like this, you may have to, as you're going through it, you may have to catch yourself when you're feeling emotional or overwhelmed with it, or like, oh my God, I have so much stuff.
Hey, Stephanie.
You have to deep breathe, smile, and be willing to warm up your giggle and shift out of, your own self-judgment in the process. So we now have Stephanie Rennert here. Hello, Stephanie. What is that cute little, oh, what a cutie little fun thing.
Aw. I got the smile part down, but the decluttering is still very much a work in progress.
Oh my gosh.
Well, you know, it's, once again, we can all choose, you know, to be happy with no matter what life configuration is going on, what amount of stuff we have. But we might find as we do physically let go of more stuff that our joy bubbles up a little bit more easily and a little bit more frequently. So I'm really glad you're here, Stephanie and Monica. And we have 4 of us.
Did you get that?
What?
Did you get the tracker, Steph?
Yeah, I took a screenshot on my phone already. I haven't gotten to the printing stage yet.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yay.
So this is, you know what, I'm going to invite all of my 4 who are here to like kind of deep breathe, smile, and laugh a little, because I'm going to go do the tell a little bird thing. And if you are intentionally like looking good, having a good time, that's what gets captured on here. So wait a minute, I want another person back in here. Where did Stephanie go?
I'm here.
Well, Kevin Boardman's coming in. Oh,
That's not Kevin.
Stephanie's back. Okay, let's have a good time.
Wait a minute.
We're decluttering. Yay!
Kevin. Monica's name says Kevin over it. That's
okay.
Is Kevin over Monica?
Blab must be semi-broken. Ha 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 ha. I hear Kevin. I hear Kevin. And I see Stephanie. This is very wild.
Oh my God.
Oh, but now I hear Kevin. Hey, thank you, Kevin. Kevin is laughing to celebrate my decluttering success. And I actually know Kevin. He's also participating with me in something called the Planet Joy Experiment, or has been. He's a big laugher. He's a laughing kind of guy. Hi, Kevin. Where you blabbing out from today?
Oh, Phoenix.
From Phoenix.
Yeah.
And so, how are you experiencing relationship with the stuff in your house? Are you happy about it, or are you ready to make some mild shifts or deep shifts?
I've already made some deep shifts. I was watching this stuff on TED Talks, and they were talking about decluttering, and I got rid of a bunch of stuff, but there's a couple things I wish I wouldn't have gotten rid of, and that's a couple pair of pants, because I gained some extra weight, and I can't get into some of the pants I've got, so I got to go out and buy some more.
Oh, shit.
Well, you're going to have to perhaps change your habits about how much you're accumulating on the inside. I don't know. Are you ready
I got to declare the food. I got to declare the sugar.
Throw the Halloween candy away.
Yeah.
Halloween candy, when I used to be a Weight Watcher leader, I used to say, from Halloween to New Year's, it's dangerous, right? But Halloween was the opening day to eating season. That's what I used to call it, like baseball, right?
Exactly. And that's where I used to always gain my weight, from Halloween to about March. But this year, for some reason, I started really quick. I got really addicted to the Ben & Jerry's.
Yeah. They call your name at night, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So my thought about the Halloween candy is, buy Halloween candy that is not your favorite. Buy stuff that you don't want to eat.
Yeah, when you
it might be very good,
anything.
And others might love it, but like buy the stuff that you don't like, so you won't eat it if it's left over.
Yeah.
Now, have you ever heard? I read this thing on the internet a long time ago, because I had earlier you were talking about the toilet bowl just before guests come over, and that was me. Now, somebody had said that if you clean the kitchen sink every day, that it makes you want to clean more. And you know what? It is really true. when I get in the habit of cleaning the kitchen sink and making that baby sparkle, I am more energetic on getting other stuff in my place cleaned up. Now, is that kind of weird or what? Have you ever heard of any of that?
Well, my husband tells me that you can't go to bed at night unless the kitchen sink is empty. Like, there can't be dishes in the sink. That's like a
Yeah. But I mean, it's sparkling.
Yeah.
And then the next day, I'm doing dusting and vacuuming. I mean, that's really weird.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's great. And again, relating this back to Marie Kondo, it's like every time I open my bedroom closet now, and I see this order and this beauty that's there, it motivates me to, tidy up the other areas and keep them neater. So Stephanie, are you, where are you on this decluttering stuff? Do you have any goals? Do you do anything seasonally?
Showing us
have you heard about this book?
Yes.
Yeah, this is my mom. She's sitting here eating. And actually, we've been on a decluttering spree for the past 2 years at least. But we didn't know about the book. And I actually just bought the book over the past 3 or 4 months, but I actually haven't read it. I've read a lot of blog posts about it because I like learning through people and experiences and interacting and engaging and asking questions. But we are the furthest along we've ever been in this whole decluttering thing. I think I guess I used to work in human resources in Manhattan. We're in the suburbs of New York, and I resigned from my job as a professional human resources person, and I decided I'd rather just be a human resource, like a professional human resource. So I've created my own business, and now I can work from home in my sweatshirt. I said, "Happy Mother's Day, Mom." About 2 years ago, I tied a pink bow around my neck, and I said, "I'm moving home," and now we can have labs together, and we can have ice with happy faces in it, and so exactly. This one's empty. I gotta refill it. Happiness here. We just came back from a walk. I said we gotta be back for the labs, so we're a little late. But I think last year I created a trash to treasure party, or letting go gala, I like to call it, and we let go of stuff. And I invited all the people that I knew on Facebook and in my network to our backyard, and we just put everything out and let them take whatever they wanted.
So it wasn't a sale. It was just like, come and get it. It's yours.
And if they had stuff they wanted to bring, they could bring it or swap it. But mostly we weren't trying to get more stuff, and people left with sombreros, and it was really nice to see. And I made some new friends who told their friends. And then literally Facebook told me, 1 year ago you did this. And actually exactly a year later, about a week or two ago, we had, what did we have, Mom?
Oh, we had a garage sale that did really well. We got business. Like lots of stuff. People were even buying my clothes.
So has it made you more conscious of every time you're out shopping? Do you just select more carefully?
Yes, definitely. I haven't been in the stores too much. Because,
that's the key. Don't go.
I mean, unless you really need.
My mother is not in here. She doesn't have sound, but she's probably laughing her ass off at you guys because she go to stores all the time and just keep bringing stuff home, right? And now she doesn't anymore. There's not 1 inch in her closet. Like, my father's shit is in the hallway. Seriously.
Stuff makes you feel good. That's the problem. So it makes you feel good. Oh, that looks so good.
Even with coupons, but it's not necessary. We have to show you something, actually, because we found this. Can we show them the jewelry thing?
Oh, yes.
We're going to take you on a little trip quickly to show you what you can do with declutter the happy.
So Monica just said that she's going to try to give Kevin props, but she can't because he's her. I think she's people in here.
Hey, this is the prettiest I've ever been.
This blab needs to declutter. There's too many. Oh God, I'm so funny.
So what is that? That is your utensil? Oh, that's your
Jewelry.
jewelry.
It's all the jewelry. I've had jewelry now for over 50
My mother,
years.
my
so
mom should team up with you guys. You should have a freaking store online.
Oh, we just literally got rid of
Why
so
don't you
much
have an
stuff.
Etsy
My
store
friend,
and sell all that shit? Or on Instagram stuff. You can tag stuff and people can purchase it.
I don't have the patience to do
Oh,
that.
come
It's
on.
not my passion.
You could sell it online
But it's used.
on Instagram.
I think that we could, Mom. You can have your own business now. But
guess I-
Bed Bath & Beyond.
This is the best
It's
thing.
the best thing ever. It solves how we ordered all the earrings, all the bracelets.
My
Oh,
mother
it
is
took all
like,
the jewelry
holy
out.
shit, those people need to meet me. We're like,
Where
He's in
is she living?
Boston.
Where
I'm
are
in
you all
Connecticut.
based?
I'm not,
Well, we're in New York, and I just came back from 2 weeks in Boston, so this is us giddy on reconnecting and now being able to blab
oh my
together
God. So
again.
first of all, you should have your own show, you and your mom.
Well, check my last scope. We just scoped from
Though,
the park. I
Steph,
guess we just
You
started
could be
without
selling
movies.
products on Blab. Not to change the subject. I'm staying right on the declutter topic here with Elaine. Declutter that shit now. And I have products behind me as a backdrop. Like literally, you'll wear a necklace on one of your blabs and be like, this is my mom. What's your mom's name? Marley?
Marlene.
Marlene. I'm Stephanie.
Marlene.
This is my mom, Marlene. Today, we're going to talk about decluttering our jewelry. And you know what? We're doing it right here on Blab. This beautiful piece is available. Click on the link on the side and go to my Facebook store. Cling. Then you're going to start hearing this, Steph.
I'm telling you guys. We got rid of so much stuff already.
I'm telling you.
Okay. If the little bell rings in your heart saying, I think I could try that, then do that.
Yep.
If it doesn't, just park that away as an option. There might be some people here watching live or replay that Sandra's idea will really appeal to.
Yeah.
Now, it occurs to me, we're going up almost on an hour,
Yes.
and I want to wind this up in about the next 5 minutes. So let me, with everybody who's here, if you'd like to just share out a thought of inspiration about decluttering or something you learned today or something about intention setting, give us a final thought or reflection. Kevin, how about you?
Well, I noticed that when I decluttered, I got rid of a bunch of shoes, a bunch of clothes, a bunch of towels, everything. My place is a lot cleaner. I feel a lot better. I really do. I don't feel too good about giving away a pair of pants that I could be wearing right now, but other than that, everything has been wonderful.
Okay, so we're glad that this purging and letting go of stuff makes you feel better. So keep on keeping on.
Yeah.
And Stephanie, final thoughts or reflections about decluttering it or your intentions for the future?
First of all, you have to forgive yourself.
Perfect.
For getting all the stuff. And then you got to attract more of what you want. And this is how we're doing it slowly with all the words of things that we want to bring in more. So dream, life, we got earth, compassion, forgiveness, that's key. And then little baby steps. My favorite one of my favorite hashtags is start small, dream big. So we've been really decluttering for over 2 years now since I tied that pink bow around my neck, and we're still going. We're still going. We're on round 2 to 3, and we didn't finish the book, but we've got it there. But this was great. This is the extra kick in the butt. So
Stephanie, I'm so glad you came on today, and you have the book. Take a half an hour with it, some afternoon, and just get what's in here. Or if anybody who gets this book, go into the table of contents. And if you just read through the table of contents, that, even before getting in the depth of the contents, you will get the flavor and the vibe of how this is a different way to approach decluttering. It is about joy. It is about simplicity. It is about letting it be a process that unfolds for you with lots of new awarenesses over months. So when you come on back, just tell me some things that have been zingers for you. And Sandra, if you're buying the book too, again, it may be a while before you're ready to tackle that lower level of your house at all. But you might even just start with your kitchen, with your kitchen drawers, and let going through the table of contents and the components of each section, you might find a little section in there that you read, and that will be your point of inspiration to just go a little deeper, get started. And then come back and tell us, what else you're inspired to do. Because once again, the whole aim of coming here is fueling each other forward to spark our joy. And as we do this process, forgive ourselves and have fun with it. Yes, we can have fun with it.
I want to thank you for inviting me in.
Yes.
It was such a fun time, laughing my ass off. LOL? No, laughing, whatever it is. Don't forget to get the intention tracker. The link is in the side. I'll put the link in again. It's free. And I loved meeting Stephanie and her mom. Your mom is adorable. My mom can't be here, but my mom's here in spirit. And Kevin, it was great to meet you too. My advice to you is inspire and be inspired. Success is, share your successes with other people and keep them small. And when you reach them, share them with other people, and that will inspire other people. So anything that you achieve is going to be passed on and inspire someone else. And start one room at a time, one drawer at a time, one thing at a time. And definitely it works. So
Papers next. Papers.
That's right.
I'm on to papers this week.
Finances and papers. Oh, you're tearing them up? You're shredding them?
Oh, we have a shredder truck, a mobile shredder.
I love her Let It Go party or Let It Go Gala. That's a cool idea.
Let It Go Gala and Trash to Treasure. Yeah, whatever you want to name it.
Right.
No details
Those should be
required.
hashtags. I thought those were very creative. I'm into creative stuff.
I think I have a hashtag
Cool.
directory coming
Cool.
soon, actually, because they come to me.
For those of you that have come in, if you have something coming up, if you have a blab coming up or your website, it's fine to put it in here so people can find you. They may have seen your sunny self and they would like to get to know you a little better. So that's fine. And for those who want to weave in a little bit more laughter into their life, I am going to put in the sidebar here the link to the planetjoyexperiment.com. Yesterday I did a blab with my friend Ann Timpany, and I'm doing a daily laughter and meditation and self-reflection practice, which actually I did last month, and it really helped me fuel my focus and my progress forward with my declutter project. So for me to keep going at this for multiple weeks and have fun, that's been a good thing. So
Let's hear it for
everybody laughing. Take a deep breath in, everybody. Smile and just go, ha, ha, ha.
Someone,
everybody, I'm going to pause.
Huh?
What?
if someone tuned in right at that moment, Elaine, they'd be like, holy shit, what the hell are they?
Those are my people. Those aren't our people then.
Right.